rogue. Rogue agent detected. Initiating rogue protocol. Contaminate. Agent has become. Rogue protocol initiated. Rogue fixer drone detected. Landmark clear. Vital signs critical. Enemy patrol detected. Nearby rogue agent killed. Rogue protocol initiated. Rogue explosive threat detected. Contaminated gear detected. Rogue striker drone detected. Nearby agent has become rogue. Now detecting contaminated gear.
No bully boy.
Rogue agent neutralized nearby. Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action. Initiating rogue protocol. Rogue striker drone detected.
Me friend.
Nearby agent has become rogue. Helo almost at extraction zone. Unit neutralized nearby. System disrupted. System reactivated. Helo arrived. Vital signs critical. Incoming hostiles detected. Initiating rogue protocol. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. X.
What's up, agents? Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. Today's video is going to be a highly requested one. I've had this build for a couple of weeks now. It is my best solo Darkzone build. It's going to be perfect for players who want to flag rogue or kill rogues while you're playing solo. If you're in a team, generally you should be playing a role, maybe damage, tank, healer, or a bit of everything. But this build is going to be mainly for max survivability, and we're going to try to get as much damage as we possibly can. So this is primarily focused around solo play. This will work perfect on console and PC for any kind of player, new or veteran. Honestly, guys, this is the best Darkzone build I've made in TU12. Honestly, I tried so many different variants. I've tried Coyote's Mask, rather. I've tried maybe a bit more status effect with Unbreakable. I've tried with more damage, but I finally found the perfect combination. So the specialization we're going to be utilizing there's only one, if I'm honest, that we can possibly use for two reasons. This Firestarter Firewall specialization is just too good because we have the armor kit, which is just too strong. 200% armor and 200% health over 10 seconds. We are going to be utilizing perfect efficient, which means that we get an armor kit back with 75% chance to not consume the armor kit, and we're going to be using a lot. So this is vital. It allows us for 10 seconds to be almost unkillable, as you saw from the gameplay, from multiple people. I wanted to show you guys clips of me not just killing people, but surviving, showing you how long you can survive for. It's really, really strong, and you have to play. It is two types of playstyle, so you don't just play aggressively, you don't play defensively. When you have Unbreakable, you can play more of attack-based. But this build, you have to play defensively, and then you've got to be aggressive after you've procced that initial armor kit, or you've got your memento stacks. So you can see where I'm going with this. We get 111,000 armor regeneration with this build, and you can still one-clip any player in the game, no matter how much armor they have. It's really, really strong. We can use any gun. As you saw from the footage, I used the FAMAS with Optimist, I used the Eagle Bearer, I used the FAL. So far, the best gun, if I'm honest, is going to be the FAMAS with Optimist. It works so well because it's got a high fire rate, and at the end of the mag, we get more damage. But you can use whatever you want, but that's why I have got Assault Rifle damage up. So whatever you guys want there, and this Striker Shield is very, very good. It allows us to get the damage required to kill players, especially the tanky ones, because, like I said, we don't have huge amounts of damage, but once we get the memento stacks, that's 30% weapon damage. You can actually do enough damage to play with solo, because you have to try and balance it out. This is where it gets difficult making a solo build in this kind of game. Well, the state of the game that it's in now, especially in the Darkzone. There's lots of status effect, lots of explosions, players, dropping hives. It's really difficult to mitigate. And I've tried going for hazard protection, things like that, but you still get like two-tapped by a hive. So we want to kind of balance as much survivability as possible while still having max crit chance and trying to get above 100% crit damage. So this specialization, the main reasons why we use this is for the armor kit, which is quite important, and then the shield. You don't have to use a shield. You can utilize whatever you want. So go for anything else. It's really up to you guys. Honestly, take this build and use it to suit your own playstyles. Just adapt it. So this is going to be it. So I tried a couple of combinations, and I finally found the right pieces. We have obviously got the named Murakami knee pads, which gives us 1% armor regen. These are the Emperor's Guard. Then we have another one piece for more armor regen. So then we've got 2 piece for more armor regen again. So as you guys can see, we want to stack as much armor regen as we possibly can, whilst having the chest piece, which gives us perfectly efficient, which means you guys will never run out of armor kits with this. I hardly ever reach 0. Normally I die before I reach 0. It's such a good chest piece and it works perfectly well with this build. So when you get your stacks up, the great thing about this memento bag is it will add another 3% armor regen on top of this build. So it takes it from its normal 62,000, which in and of itself is quite decent, to 111,000. We also have just under 60% crit chance and over 105% crit damage. With the Eagle Bearer, it's 120% critical hit damage, which is really good. And considering that our base damage will go over 110k a bullet with this gun, with the Eagle Bearer, it'll go just under 100k. It's really, really good because we get 30% weapon damage. Also, we get, from the memento bag, we get health, skill efficiency, which works best, the health variant, because it gives our shield millions of health. So we have got 4.7 million health on this shield. When we are fully stacked with memento, it goes to just over 6.5 million. So that's 2 million health on our shield we get from the memento. So that's why I wanted to quickly explain why we need to use a memento with this build. Yes, you need to get stacks, and you can pick up stacks from players, NPCs. If you're in the DZ, you might as well just farm a landmark. Make sure to fast travel to the safe house. That's the most efficient way, because if you go to the checkpoint, you lose all of your stacks. So it's very, very strong. This build is going to be, I think, my favorite to run the DZ. There's no other build I'd rather use. Let me get a bit more into detail now. So we've got a 1.6 million armor. You should have about 1.7, but unfortunately my chest piece isn't rolled perfectly, but you guys should be seeing it. And my backpack, I should probably try and get this armor roll to maxed out. It's close enough. So 1.6 million armor. You can have as much armor as you want. I would not go under 1.5. You can if you want to have more damage. There's many ways to run it. You could still viably use it even lower, maybe 1.1, but it's completely up to you if you want to, survive longer or dish out more damage. There's many ways you can take it. So with the primary weapon, we have got the FAL. As you saw from the gameplay, I utilized the Eagle Bearer and the FAMAS. Personally, from testing, I would rather use this FAMAS. It's really, really good. Optimist is a very nice talent. In sync is obviously the better option, but I wanted to try something new, because a lot of the time with this build, I'm not pulling out my shield and shooting because I want to be strafing around, wiggling around. On console, this build is going to be overpowered. Wiggle around, we dish out high amounts of quick damage through Optimist and the high fire rate, 900 RPM of this weapon. Damage charged out of cover is best in slot. So weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the mag. So because we got high fire rate, it means that we will get that damage very, very quickly, and you can actually melt players quite well, especially if you have full stacks. So when you guys are modifying this, all you got to do is make sure you have this plus 20 round extended 5.56 magazine. It's very, very good. Crit chance, crit chance, crit chance. Now, if you possibly can, which I should be doing, to be honest, I need to try and update my build and try to get it to where I can put this under barrel. Oh, you see, that's why I don't have it. So there is a 10% critical hit damage under barrel, which is available to some guns. So that's the only problem with this FAMAS. So have a look. I'll quickly showcase it to you guys. So as you can see, it's got a longer rail, which means we can put this beautiful 10% critical hit damage modification. Now, the Eagle Bearer rolls natively with, I think it could be 10 or 15% crit damage. That's why it's quite good, and we get over 120%. So try and put this on if you're using a different gun. Like I said, it's completely up to you. This is something that a lot of people overlook with the Eagle Bearer. It's got a 30-round magazine. It's got 10% crit chance. It's got 10% weapon handling, which is very good in and of itself. Also, 15% critical hit damage. That's the highest mod, highest barrel mod in the game, if I'm not mistaken, especially for assault rifles. So it's very, very nice. This is a good option, but like I said before, I wanted to give you some gameplay without me using it, because I know a lot of you guys do not have this weapon. So try your best to get it, because it is really good, and if you get a kill to the head, it means you can wipe the other players easily. So secondary, whatever you want, like mod it how I showed you. Try get your crit chance to no more than 60, but try get as near 60 as possible. I would say go no less than 55%, because we need those crits. So I use the Super 90 within sync. This gun absolutely destroys. It's very, very good, especially clearing ads. It's very, very strong. Try this, give it a try. Like I said before in my previous videos, the M870 is really good, but honestly, I've grown more towards the Super 90, because the first initial shot from both M870 and Super 90 take away the enemy's shield, which means you could just keep spamming, and On paper, the M870 does better, but in reality, because of shields, this gun will out DPS an M870. So give it a try. Obviously, that's situational depending on who you're fighting, but that's just what I've seen as well. So just take that take it with a grain of salt as well. So pistol, card custom, whatever you want, it's completely up to you. Right, so we are going to be, this build is quite simple, but hopefully you guys can get your pieces high because there are certain attributes you need to roll on each piece. I think that's where it becomes difficult. So the 2 golden gear is important, and what we want from this build is crit and armor regeneration on every piece. That's ideally what we want. So we've got status effect, armor regen 1% from the 2-piece golden gear. Max armor, max regen, max crit damage mod. I know, guys, try your best to get it. Also, I've got on my watch 20%. So try your best to get near it if you can. Remember, guys, the optimization station costs are going down by 75% from next week, Tuesday. So, well, this coming Tuesday. So make sure you guys, save up your materials and utilize them when you can. So modifying, every single mod I'm using is critical hit damage mods because we want to make sure that we have the right amount of crit. So you can use whichever ones you have, whichever better ones you have, to be honest. It's completely dependent on your build. The second piece of golden, same thing there. Crit chance, armor regen, armor. Then, 1 piece Balston Armory. Now, you're going to need to use this. Do not use normal efficient. The 75% is a big difference. 50% is the normal efficient, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely, guys, use the perfectly efficient. It is a lot stronger. Your armor kits hardly ever get used up. So using an armor kit has a 75% chance not consume the armor kit. Specialization armor kit, remember, 200% health, 200% armor over 10 seconds. Bonuses are increased by 100%. You do the math. That's a lot. So this is also increasing the efficiency of the armor kits, which the firewall is already overpowered, and this just makes it even better. So armor regen, crit chance, armor once again. So the other 2 pieces are going to be Cheska gloves. You can use contractors, go for it, more armor damage. It's up to you, but I want to make sure that I'm critting. So we have got weapon damage, crit chance, Cheska 1 piece, which gives us 10% critical hit chance. Also the knee pads, I've got very nice ones here with crit damage. These are the Emperor's Guard, must have 1% armor regen. The Emperor's Guard and the 1-piece Balston are must have with a build like this. You could, if you want, is go for something else. Don't even use this. You could actually use Fenris Mask, or you can use, for example, Badger Tough Mask if you want to do more damage with the shotgun. But what I noticed is that I don't really worry about too much about which weapon I'm using. I kind of like swapping between the two, and I wanted more survivability and being able to crit. It's more important than just having base weapon damage. It's completely up to you. What you could do is, if you wanted to run the armor regen, you could do that, and you could change this for Fenris gloves. It's really, really up to you guys. I think I actually have some on here. So I've got these right here. These are the ones that I was going to use. It increases my armor quite a bit. The problem is my crit chance goes way down. So then I would have to go through here. Everything's rolled crit chance. So I would have to take off this, and my crits are going to be way lower. So it's completely up to you. You can also go for Grupo for more weapon damage. But just like I said before, you need to gauge it and decide how much weapon damage you need, because that's the thing. This is my thoughts, guys. Just pay attention, because I know a lot of you are confused why I'm not running Fenris. You would think with a build like this you would need to run that. Here's what happens, right? So the memento bag. Let's go on to that now. Now that we've discussed everything else, the memento bag is going to give us obviously these short-term buffs. We're not going to go over this. I'm sure you guys are aware of this by now. We get 30% weapon damage. So we are getting a lot of weapon damage, and what does that mean? We need to crit, because the more often we crit, the more we utilize that baseline weapon damage. So that is why I ensured that I can get my crit chance as high as possible. It is completely up to you, though. You can go for whatever you want. Put a modification of crit chance. See, I've even got a mod for crit chance here as well. It's not all crit damage. So my crit chance would, I would have to sacrifice a lot of crit damage for that, and it doesn't equate to that much. So you can see where my thought processes come from. I tried a bit more damage. I went for Grupo, getting my crit damage up, and I didn't survive as well because my armor regen wasn't as good. So it is really up to you. You need to decide how much regen damage. Do you want an extra Fenris piece? It's completely up to you guys. So make sure to just take that, put that in your mind, and try decide depending on if you're on console or if you're on PC. So let's have a look at the statistics. So from the gameplays, you saw 111,000 armor regen when we are fully stacked up. 105 crit damage with Eagle Bearer, 120, somewhere around there. 58.9% crit chance, very good. If you guys want to pause the video, go for it. I'm not going to discuss too much. 62 baseline, so that's very, very nice. Decent health on the shield. And then, yeah, with these skills, I've gone for disruption. You can use decoy, completely up to you. Just use your best modifications. Then we've got the shield. Make sure when you're modding this to put the damage bonus, shield health, and extra 5% damage bonus. The more damage bonuses you have, just pop them on there if you guys can. Like I said before, the shield tanks a lot of damage. So that's the build. Honestly, I enjoy this. If you guys would like to see a bit more gameplay, I will be streaming this tonight. So probably after, about a half an hour to an hour after this video goes live, I will be streaming on Twitch. Link will be down below if you guys would like to see me use it. And with that being said, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll be seeing everybody in the next video. Peace out, guys.